That's what happens when you make shit up and something real happens. We all gonna start rolling our R's. No, bitch, ain't nobody call you a nigga. We're gonna bleep that out. And we're gonna end the video right there. And we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Atreus. I'm coming at you live from the ATL, bringing you more gaming entertainment, news, commentary, and analysis, all right? Today we got to talk about BYU and Duke. Juicy Smollett hosts galore. Let's get into it after the drop.
What makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine? Even if you call me up.
All right, team, before we get into it, a little bit of housekeeping. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. All right, only 95% of you guys are subscribed to the channel, so I'm cutting you a deal if you subscribe, and then follow me on Twitter at the number 4 TRAES. All right, I will follow you back. Just let me know that you are a subscriber. I'm only following my subscribers because I want to know when we blow up, and we will, all the people who were here during the struggle. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the news. Oh, and if Twitter doesn't work for you, you can do Instagram too. All links are in the description. All right, so CNN reporter calls out his own network, mainstream media, for knee-jerk reaction to the BYU racism story. Now listen, I have been going back and forth about whether I wanted to cover this on this channel because I kind of like to stick to nerdy stuff, movies, video games, comic books, and stuff like that. But as time went on, I'm letting all the facts come out. It just became apparent to me that the truth needed to be spoken about this. All right. If you don't know, in August, BYU and Duke had a volleyball game together. And this player right here, Rachel Richardson, all right, claimed that the fans were heckling her using racial slurs and you know, whatnot. Now, here's the thing. Historically, BYU is not very accepting of black people. So if you were going to make this kind of accusation, you made it against the right school, right? Because I mean, it's BYU. It's like one of those Christian schools where it took them a while to even accept black people into their church. And so BYU has done a pretty decent job of trying to change that narrative about their school for years now. And I mean, it's still a stigma that's there. When you see BYU, especially when you see like a football team or a baseball team, you see black kids over there, you be like, they got niggas on their team? That's surprising. And so for a school that's worked as hard as it has to change that narrative about them, it's pretty painful to have another very prominent school in Duke University have one of their players come out and say that you have racist students or something like that. And so they had to jump on this immediately. Let's see what this article says, though. CNN reporter John Avalon gave the sports media his own network, CNN, a scathing review for the knee-jerk reaction to Brigham Young University's racist slur story involving Duke's Rachel Richardson. Matter of fact, I think I want to skip past. I want to go to. Okay, since the match August 26 took place in Provo, Utah, an investigation was launched to determine if a non-student BYU fan shouted the N-word and berated Duke volleyball player Rachel Richardson against little evidence. Media outlets and celebrities continue to support the racism angle and shut down any examination of the facts as racist. Avalon called out the outlets that championed Richardson's victimhood and even included CNN as a supporter of the knee-jerk reactive, which it was during both its daytime and primetime programming. Fidelity to the facts is all that we as journalists and citizens should ask. It's understandable that there's a desire to believe people when they say they've been victimized, but the accusations have to be backed up by facts. And when the facts don't fit upon further review, we need to set the record straight with as much intensity as the initial report. So basically what he's saying right there is the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. Let's play a little clip of what he had to say.
That's right. We're starting something a little different today. It's a new segment that updates the initial official version of the story once more facts come in. It's a form of journalistic accountability, and we're going to call it Upon Further Review. Now, volleyball is rarely the source of serious controversy, but it went straight to the front of the outrage Olympics 2 weeks ago when a Duke starter named Rachel Richardson made the explosive accusation that she and other black teammates were subjected to racist heckling while playing a game against Brigham Young University. Now, obviously, this kind of heckling is totally unacceptable, and the country rallied around her with stars like
I think that's LeBron James. You tell your goddaughter to stand tall, be proud, and continue to be black. We are a brotherhood, and we are a brotherhood and a sisterhood. We have her back. This is not sports. As you know, LeBron James, I do have a lot of respect for LeBron James, but LeBron James is one of those, left wing, very reactive to like social. He's a social justice warrior. He's a billionaire social justice warrior. All right, and unfortunately, as much respect as I have for LeBron James, sometimes this nigga is a little too quick to jump on some shit. And it seems like he never learns his lesson, because I believe he was one of the people that was quick to jump on the scene as Captain Super Simp when Juicy Smollett came out with his accusations about Chicago. Y'all remember Juicy Smollett? I remember that situation like it was yesterday. I remember reading it. First of all, the first thing I thought was, damn, that's fucked up what happened to him. But then I came across a post that laid out everything that he said, because I just read that he had been attacked by some racist people. But then when somebody laid out everything that he said, and I looked at it and I'm like, wait a minute. Nigga, what you doing at 2 o'clock in the morning in freezing ass Chicago looking for a Subway sandwich? Nigga, what? Bro. So anyway, that situation, shout out to Dave Chappelle. I'll never let Juicy Smollett go. I'll never let it go. He'll never get past that with me. But anyway, so Rachel Richardson. I don't want to say that she was a liar. I don't know. I don't want to say that she's a liar. I don't want to say that she made this all up. To me, looking at this score right here, it looks as though they lost. So I don't know if she's a sore loser and decided to make something up. But this ain't looking too good.
LeBron James offering a statement of solidarity. Her family appearing here on CNN amid some 65 separate articles written about the controversy. The University of South Carolina women's basketball team even announced their decision to cancel all games against BYU. Now, for their part,
that's another thing. See, this costs BYU money. You know what I'm saying? Each of these games generate money, ladies and gentlemen. Volleyball is a good sport. I like watching volleyball. But South Carolina cancels their game against BYU because of this, and then has the nerve to stand by it after the facts came out.
Brigham Young University offered a wholehearted apology. BYU Athletics pronounced a zero-tolerance policy against racism. They banned a fan who'd been identified as making the racist slurs. They also launched an internal investigation. But that's where the narrative started to fall far short of the initial indignation. Because when BYU released its findings, after reviewing all available video and audio recordings and reaching out to more than 50 folks who attended the game, including Duke personnel and athletes, they stated that they had not found any evidence to corroborate the allegation that fans engaged in racial heckling or uttered racial slurs at the event. And they lifted the ban on the fan with apologies. They also invited anyone with, quote, evidence contrary to our findings to come forward.
So we're going to stop right there. So they didn't find any evidence. And I know what a lot of people want to say. Of course they didn't find. They did their own personal investigation. They invited anybody with any contrary evidence to pull up and show what they got. I believe BYU, and this is one of those rare situations where I normally don't believe in multi-billion dollar corporations. But I believe that BYU is very persistent in trying to present their school in a non-racist way. And this is going to hurt their reputation. True or not, it's going to hurt their reputation. So we have to really be careful with these accusations. I hope that Rachel Richardson wasn't just out here making shit up. But that's what happens when you make shit up and something real happens. We all gonna start rolling our R's. No, bitch, ain't nobody call you a nigger. We're gonna bleep that out. And we're gonna end the video right there. We're we're going to end the video right there. So anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Do you believe that Rachel was heckled racially, or do you believe she made it up? Let me know down in the comments. I'll get at you guys next time. Deuces.
Crazy, crazy, you know it's crazy. Yeah, crazy, let's go. Crazy, crazy.